Hi there. I'm going to give you a brief tour on how the wilderness permit system works, the online backcountry campsite registration tool. It's a highly customizable tool. I use Joomla and a Fabric. It's another tool that plugs into Joomla content management system. It works on Linux platforms as well as Windows. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is show you how the availability check works. A user will come to the site and they can, if they're going to a particular location, they can go in and find a date and select a particular area and then choose a site. And they can see what kind of limitations there are, whether there's quotas, max group size, whether the quotas are active, whether stock is allowed. And then if they are liking their location, they can register and get online using the tool. But I'm just going to log in as a user I already have set up here. Let's see. Okay, now we're logged in as a regular user. Now there's different ways to log in. You can also log in as a super user or a manager, and so you'll have access to more things. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So first of all, it automatically logs you and goes to the permit page. But if she's elsewhere, this person is named Frida, we would go in and then make sure this is correct. And go to the next, and then once again she can set up her itinerary. So let's say she's going to Elwa, and she's first of all going to go to Camp Wilder with 2 adults and let's say 2 children. And we notice the availability is already told to us here in green. If we were to put too many people in here, it would say max group size is 12, and we already have 12 plus 2, 14, so we're well over the maximum group size for that area. So then we'll drop it back down, and we'll go to our next spot. We added a group here. And go back to the Elwha, and this time we'll go to Canyon Camp. 2 adults and 2 children. Okay, and that's available as well. So we can call this good, and we can submit our permit. And after we submit the permit, it gives us a little notification. Your permit has been submitted for approval. Please check your email for further information. So we can go over to our email box, and we can look at what we have. Well, this one actually came to me because I'm an administrator. This tells me that yes, we have a permit request, a pending permit, and we can also go into her email box, and we can see that our permit has been received. And then she has a link if she wants to go to that particular permit, or if we want to go to manage that permit, we can log in. Now, since I'm logged in as Frida, I won't have access to that. So let's see what let's log out, and then I'm going to log in as administrator. So I'm going to log in. We can go back to the different permits that are available. We have a whole new menu system up top. And this template is highly customizable. I'm using a particular template that I think works for this system, but there are all kinds of other templates we could use. Let's see, go to the permits. And we're going to see her permit is pending, sitting up here. So we'll go to edit it. We'll see the information is okay. We have an override in case we want to allow someone to go somewhere that is already full. We're going to check out to see if it looks good. And we can go back, and then we can say, okay, let's approve that. Or we could deny it. we approve it, we go here to submit, and then the permit has been approved, and emails has been sent to the permittee. So we can see what that message is now sent. We have a notification that this one's been approved, and so she is set to go. And then you can see that there's a PDF file that's created. This is a customizable PDF file. And so if we look at what the permit looks like, this content is customizable. It has very little text in it right now. And we can customize a logo, of course, and everything you need. Then we can, if Frida wanted to log back in, she can access the permit from there as well. But now we're logged in as an administrator, and so you can see that there are different options up top. This is how you manage the site. You can come in and you can manage users. You can add new users, or the users, of course, can add themselves. You can set if you can search for a particular person, and so this can be done from a Wilderness Information Center. So if we look for Frida here, we can then do a permit for her online from the Wilderness Permit area. So it loads up Frida's name here. We can also get somebody else. If we wanted to add a user, we would add user from the user area there. And then this one, since we're doing it from the ranger station, we can automatically approve it. We could send a note to the user if we wanted to. We can override if there's a problem with the quotas, if we need to have someone else available at a particular site. And then we can set up the itinerary. This time we'll have Frida go to the Hoe and 5 Mile Island. We'll check to see if stock are available. Well, stock are not available there, so she's not going to be able to bring stock. Same 2 people or 4 people, and it's available. But in this case, we also have the option to add canisters. Now, this feature doesn't need to be added. We can remove it from this tool, but it allows us to add food canisters to her ticket and to check out food canisters. If we have them so they're checked out and checked in, and so if one is checked out, you can check them back in. In a different location. I'll show you in a second. So we submit her this permit, and then we can print it, and we're good to go. Up here, I'll just show you. Here's how we would check in canisters if for some reason canisters are checked out. So what we do is we would have all we do is if someone receives a number of canisters, we can check them in. There also is a variety of different filters that we could set up for this, for searching for canisters, in case you will need to find some, that if the list is really long and you need to check them in and find out what happened to them. You can also go to the canisters area, and we could add new canisters once we get a new supply in. So this is where you'd add them. You can actually CSV import them as well, so you could set up, if you had a whole bunch, you could import them that way rather than doing one by one. So we have this tool set up with these particular administrative items right now. We can add more or less. This is where the permits are listed. This is where we would add users. In this system we have areas and sites. So we have areas, broader units, and then the sites are where we have our particular camp areas in this system. So, and we have a lot of features that we can add or turn on and turn off, or add new ones. This one in the main system has max group size, quota active, quota number, stock allowed, stock quota. But we also have other options. So if we edit one of these, we can see that we can add a photograph, we can put a location for our map, we can add a zone for it in case we're doing zone management of users. We can tell whether we're summing it to the zone, whether stock are allowed, whether fires are allowed, food storage is available, those sorts of things are all available. We also have this one called additional information, and that is information that would be sent to the permittee uh, about that particular location. A little note that says, well, this area has been damaged or something, be careful, or here's the way you access this particular location if it's in a difficult place, or you could provide a map or just about anything in that little field. And then if you have a site that would not need approval for particular areas and they can just register, then you can set this one to no. And we could add other fields if we wanted to make it more customizable. So just a little back-end story here. We can go to, this is the administrator area for the Joomla and the Fabric component. All of these things can be customized. We have set up different articles that manage the different messages that go out. So if you wanted to change what your permit has been approved says, that email that's sent out, you can come in and change the content for that. And for the PDF there's a PDF template, so you could change the content of the PDF template that is used. Let's see. That's about it. It's highly customizable, and this was just a brief tour. If you'd like to have more information about it, just let me know. You can follow the link below.